Well, here we are at the randomly picked place out of the hat on the 11th Walking Highlights draw. This time though, we're not in Somerset, we're back in Devon. Today, I'm in Doddiscombsleigh in Devon. I'll be starting here in the village, and I'll be going down this road and then onto this footpath, and we'll be going up here and then up here through this wood briefly, and then out the other side all the way up here. And I'm hoping we're going to see some great views as we go around today, and then turning right along this road and continuing all the way along here, and then going down this bridleway through this woodland area through here and onto these roads, and then stopping off at the pub and then back to the car. So join me on my walk to see how I get on. Right, here we go. We've just got to go up this way to start with. As you can see, it's a lovely day today. There's quite a few narrow roads around Doddiscombsleigh, just to make you aware, and it's quite hilly on the approach. And we've got the pub coming up here, the Nobody Inn. I'll talk a bit more about that shortly, but we've just got to go this way. Now, we shouldn't expect any horses then along here. So this is great, seeing a path alongside a lane, just for that extra safety, because I can imagine that it can get quite busy along here, being, you know, you can imagine it's quite popular. And you got the like a dotted row of daffodils, which is nice to see. Well, just past St Michael's Church, and that goes down a little like driveway, I suppose you could call it, or a track, and there's a stone type of style building again, look, but we've got to go on this footpath, and we've got some horses over there, look, like these, you know I do. But actually you need to use the that there to get it open. But it's sort of like an extra lock, I suppose, isn't it, to keep... Yeah, extra lock. So just a sort of diagonal type path first here, look. And trying to work out if these horses are in a separate field, but I think they're in the actual same field. Well, it's 12 degrees today, but it does feel warmer than that, but I'm fine with a t-shirt, and we've got a bit of a breeze, which is nice, just to keep you cool. But look at this, look how hilly, and this is on a hill, this is not flat, and we're going to be passing the horses in just a moment, look. And somewhere around here at the end here we should have some sort of stile or gate, I'd imagine. They're all just cracking on with the grazing.
Oh, we've one of the horses looking at us. Oh, it is muddy around here. All of the hoof marks have gone in a bit as well, so you've got your wellies go into those. But yeah, hello. We'll say hello, shall we? Oh, not interested. Okay, that's fair enough. Nope. Some are and some aren't they? So if they're not interested, then don't persist. So you just don't know, do you, if they're a nervous horse, things happened in their life when they were growing up. So yeah. But we've got a gate coming up down here, so and down these steps. I'm really not sure what the terrain's going to be like at all. I thought maybe it might be quite like Dartmoor-ish, because we're quite close there. I believe we're on the edge of Dartmoor. This is a bit more clearer, knowing where you've got to go. This is pleasant. Huge tree there, look at that. That must be ancient. Get some water in, because I can feel the warmth of the sun on my face today. It's really feeling like the year is getting nice, like moving towards summer more, you know. So here's some information about Doddiscombsleigh. It's a small settlement in Devon. It is 5 miles southwest of the city of Exeter and 1 mile east of the River Tean and the Tean Valley. And we've been there a couple of times. You can check out my videos on my channel for those. Along with a few other places in Devon, it is one of the longest place names in England, with 16 letters. So there's plenty of birdsong around here. You can hear the occasional pheasant. And look, we've got to go through this gate and then turn right. And I can hear some rushing water somewhere. So we're off the red line a little bit, but it's not always 100% accurate footpath map. And there we go, there's the rushing water. And that's a nice paved floor, isn't it? Go up here. God, such a wonderful song made up of all the birds here. What does that say? Doddiscombsleigh. Okay. Right. Got to go through here. This is really pleasant, this bit. And it might be just because it's that time of the year. Oh, that sounds like an angry bird if you caught it in the background. But I'm going quite slow along here because I'm really just taking it all in. And look, got those flowers that we've worked out were primroses. They're all over the place now, aren't they? I think that's a rhododendron. Yep. And the flowers are amazing. You've got to check out my walking highlights at Dunkerswell on that to see them. It's a nice little walk through loads of the plants, or shrubs. I suppose it's a shrub, isn't it? Well, the bees are out. You hear them every so often, getting on with their work. They must be on overtime today, being Good Friday. They never stop working, do they? Every day they're working. I don't think they ever get a day off. Only when they're hibernating. But look at these lovely colours. These purple flowers. I'm not sure what they are, so if you do know any ideas, let me know in the comments section. You also got these yellow flowers as well. Not sure what they are. Like they're much brighter than the primroses, aren't they? Well, I enjoyed that bit. Now we've got to cross this road and then go straight across pretty much. There we go, there it is. That looks quite steep, doesn't it? Right, we've got this holly bush here, but I think we can just stretch over it here without it prickling us. There we go. A couple of steps here, which is handy. I can see a sign on the right here, an arrow. Whoops, goodness me. Nearly slid down there. You can imagine this would be a bit slippery if it's been raining a lot. And we just got to follow this track down here. Thought I'd give you a taste of the bird song. You can hear chiff chaffs as well. And to work out if you can hear a chiff chaff, basically they go chiff chaff, chiff chaff. And if you hear that, then it's definitely a chiff chaff. I haven't heard them that much this year, and I don't know if they start coming out more when it gets warmer around springtime. But yeah, it's good to hear them. But yeah, easy one to remember that, isn't it? Now, look what I've just spotted. A proper bench is going to instantly put the score up, folks, for me on this place. Brilliant. Brilliant. Now, what's the time? Because I think it's probably a bit early for lunch. 12:55. Do you know what? I think I am going to have my lunch here. Ah, brilliant. Got two waters again today. And then you've got, yeah, not bad sort of backdrop here, is it? Yeah, this is great. Really happy with the fact that we've got this here. And yeah, got the stream there. I was worried I didn't have my whites today, but I have, which is good. Okay. Right, I'm going to get on with my lunch and we'll carry on in a bit. You could sit here, couldn't you, for ages? You could be here with like a a good walking friend or a partner, and just sitting here having a chat and letting the world pass by, you know? Would you believe it? There's a bat right there. I cannot believe my eyes. But something was flying around this area where I was eating my lunch, and I couldn't work out what it was. It was too big to be, I suppose, a sparrow, too big to be a bee, and I thought, what the hell could it be? And it's a bat. Unbelievable. And you can see, look at that, you can see, I'll try and get it a bit more clearer, so you can see, nearly see the full face. There you go, look. How about that? Oh, I just can't believe it. I really can't believe it. What a creature to spot on the walking highlights. Yeah. I'm just lost for words. I can't describe this moment. I really can't describe this moment at all. Wow. Just wow. Anyway, wow. I'm not sure if anything else will beat that moment, will it, today? But we've got to go down this way. We're all packed up. And looks like we've got a hill to climb here, because we've got to go right here at this gate just there. And look, we've got this fastener again. We saw one of these in Crocombe, didn't we? So we're just going over here, through here. Oh, brown holly bush there, it's poking out, but it's not getting me. So right, ow. Well, there were brambles that side. Well, I was probably going to get pricked one way or the other there, I think. But there we go. Over this bridge. That gate's had it, hasn't it? Look at that. And then up here. And there's an arrow pointing up the hill. Bit of an echo around here. I suppose because we're in in the middle of a valley and we're going up again. That's probably why, isn't it? I can imagine people wanting to come up here and just literally painting this scenery. It just is, oh, amazing. It's just such a hill, like the curve up there, isn't it? You know? Stunning. Oh, there's a sheep over there somewhere. Stunning. Well, I can certainly hear sheep, but where are they? It's like they're playing hide and seek with me or something. You don't often hear them, do you, when you're going into the woods? But this is nice. Mixing it up, isn't it, from the previous part of the walk? Just got a duck under this low branch. A few other things there as well. Oh, it's getting a bit muddy here, so I'll just put my boots either side and shuffle along. There we go. That was a bit more. Again, there's this echo going on around here. Right. This feels like a real mystery of how it's going to be, doesn't it? I do like this, as I've said before, you just don't know what's going to happen around the corner. So the sheep are on the left of us here. One of them is very full of chat. Got a lot to say. We're trying to get the attention of someone. Unless they're saying, I'm over here. Okay, so path's getting a bit narrower along here. We're sort of approaching towards the road, and then we'll be going down that road and then going down the bridleway back to Doddiscombsleigh. Can hear a bee, but it's getting on with its own business. Just got to be mindful of those now, haven't we? This time of the year. If you don't react too much and just get on with what you're doing, then they'll get on with what they're doing. Okay, so we've got to go over this stile. Here's some information about the Nobody Inn. So earliest records name a Saxon named Alcy as being the landowner of Doddiscombsleigh prior to 1066. The first record of Town Barton is in the Domesday Book of 1086, when Doddiscombsleigh was known as Terra Godiboldi under the reign of one Godbold, the bowman or bowman. Town Barton was the capital Barton, the manor house, for Godbold's Domesday estate. This makes it one of the very rare instances of a property truly being specifically traceable to where a Domesday owner dwelt. Over the centuries, of course, the old house has undergone remodelling and rebuilding. Sir Ralph de Doddiscombe lived in the house from 1216 to 1272, causing the village name to be changed from Lee Peveril to Doddiscombsleigh. Sometime between 1327 and 1377, the last male Doddiscombe died, leaving 5 daughters. The manor was divided up by marriage and then had 5 lords. The original house of Town Barton and land of the Nobody Inn was in the possession of one of these 5 lords. In 1591, a rich Exeter merchant, Robert Parr, bought macerages, I'll put that word on the screen, landays, pastures, commons and groves, marishes, woods, rentes, etc. in Doddiscombsleigh and Bridford. From a James Woodeye gentleman, previously the deeds were owned by his father Peter, and before him a Robert Haldon in 1570. The cottage that is now the Nobody Inn was one of these dwelling houses or macerages. In 1837, the inn has had a curious role in the parish. It did not formally become an inn until 1838. However, from the early 1600s, at least, it was virtually the village's unofficial church house. It was originally called Pop Hill House, but details seem untraceable until 1752, when it is owned by Stephen Dignus, in quotation marks, the carpenter. Stephen and his son Stephen did carpentry work for the church, and his house continued to be the centre for parish affairs and de facto inn and meeting place. Pop Hill House did not become the new inn until after Stephen Jr. died in 1837. To today, it has continued to be an inn. Since then, the inn has only changed ownership 5 times, and always to people who love the history, the beautiful village, good food and wine, and always give a warm welcome to their customers. Now we've got an open field like that, but we've got to we're keeping it nice and straightforward, and we just have to go up here rather than a diagonal, or maybe sort of going off a bit, which can happen. Over here in the distance is Haldon Belvedere, and it was built in 1788 at the height of the Romantic period of the Georgian age, and is a much loved iconic landscape sitting high in the hills of Haldon Forest above Exeter, with breathtaking panoramic views over the Devon countryside. And now it is a wedding venue, and they've got self-catering there as well. And can you just imagine waking up and seeing that beautiful scenery? Now what I'll do is I'll just show you on here, I'll zoom in and you can see a little bit closely to what it looks like over there. So yeah, here we go, look, zoom in and look, you can see what I mean. Can't zoom that far into it, but you get the general idea. Beautiful, isn't it? Just having that next to you on this field. We're getting the dandelions out. There's plenty of them in this field. Oh, great, isn't it? What an area to come to on a day like this. Well, we've got another sitting place. Fantastic. Very impressed. And yeah, it's a good place to put it actually, because yeah, what does it say? John Rowson, farmer, enjoyed the view from here. Oh, that's cool. And you can see if I turn round from here, you can see exactly what sort of view John Rowson would get. The cows would get a lovely view from up there. Look, it looks very steep, doesn't it? Like they've got to really keep their balance. And we've got to go through here. There's a massive holly bush though to get through. Just got to be careful with this. And there are thorns on this side, whatever this bush is. Right. Oh, okay. Oh, you nearly had me that holly bush, but like you can see, look how big that thorn is. So you really got to watch out here, and then of course that's trying to get you from behind. So okay, right, we're okay. Right. Oh, yeah, just been caught by the holly bush a bit, but and then just down here, it's quite a steep drop with the steps, isn't it? Right. That one on the right's fine. And there you go, look. Public footpath. And then we're on this road, country road, and we've just got to go up this way. So I think it's about time to briefly mention the church at Doddiscombsleigh, because its history can be traced back to Norman times, when it was known as Terra Godiboldi in the Domesday Book. Godbold lived at the manor house, which was sited where the property known as Town Barton, built in 1604, with later additions, now stands and is next to the church. So the existing church was constructed in the 15th century and then heavily restored and rebuilt in the 1870s by Edward Ashworth of Exeter. It's situated in the ancient village of Doddiscombsleigh, with views over Haldon Hill and the Belvedere Tower. There are many tantalising clues to the existence of a much earlier church. In the outer north wall, there's evidence of masonry that reveals where an Anglo-Saxon church would have stood probably even earlier than 1000 AD. The fine piscina that's now built into the south wall is much earlier than the existing 15th century building, and the list of rectors dates right back to 1259. And of course it's adjacent to Town Barton, which is where the ancient Norman manor house was sited. The small church may appear nothing out of the ordinary, both from interior and exterior. However, looks can be deceiving, and a number of the stained glass windows are the earliest to be found in situ in Devon, outside of Exeter Cathedral. So much importance is placed on the glass in this unassuming property that it's in fact a Grade 1 listed building. When looking at the stained glass, it's hard not to imagine the political turmoil that was raging in England around the time they were created during the War of the Roses between 1455 and 1485. The villagers, isolated in these steep valleys, were probably totally oblivious, at least until many weeks, if not months later, of the events occurring further afield, such as the Battle of Bosworth in 1485. The precise age of the glass is uncertain, but is dated between 1450 and 1500. The craftsmen who created the windows in the 15th century have become known in more recent times as the Doddiscombsleigh glaziers, due to the church housing best surviving examples of the atelier's work, and were most probably based in Exeter. Other remaining examples of the studio's work can be seen at Ashton, Winscombe in Somerset, Cradwell in Wiltshire, and of course Exeter Cathedral itself. Got something very special right over here. Look at this. This is wonderful. It is absolutely stunning, and if you all of the different layers from over here, you know, you've got this bit with the woods going down that steep hill, then you've got that hill in the middle there, then you've got that distant background with the hill on all the fields, so many fields and so much to see on one scene. And then of course, you know, over there as well, absolutely fantastic. Really is something. And I just want to stay here. I just want to stay here for give me half an hour. But of course, no, we haven't got time for staying around like that too long. But yeah, terrific. Really is terrific. And because it's such a lovely day today, you can see so far, can't you? And just the blue sky and everything like that. And I'm sure that we'll get a lot more days like this coming up, so we can really appreciate the places we go to a lot better. And on the right here, we've got the bridleway taking us down the hill. Look at this. You just have to keep stopping up here. Look at that. Look at this. Something else, isn't it? And then down here and through this gate. And today I feel like it's been relatively easy to follow, which is good. And then look at that. You're really getting that Devon experience today. And we're just going a bit down the hill a bit more now, so I've got to put the brakes on a bit more. and then we've just got to go through this gate. And here's the mud, but we've got points where we can go on the side here, so it's not really a big issue. Try and avoid going into that unnecessarily though. So, you know, it's expected you might get some mud on bridleways. I was on standby, of course. I've got the wellies on. So just right over this branch. And just be mindful of the bees that might be doing their work along the side with flowers. One thing I'd like to say is it's really nice not having to wear a jacket or a top. It's so much easier to keep cool when you don't have to wear loads of layers. So we're at the bottom of the public bridleway, and we need to oh look, Doddiscombsleigh, please drive slowly, and we need to go up that way. There's a cat down there, look. Don't think we've seen a cat, have we, since Bath Pool Part 1, that went literally past us on the path next to the canal. But looks like a guard cat the way they're sort of sitting up straight there. And then just round a sharp bend and getting that scenery. I think it might be coming up to antihistamine season. Starting to feel a bit hay feverish. Look at that. What a way, what a place to turn out your horse. And then we've got to turn right here. And there's another sign for Doddiscombsleigh. And then just coming up on the right here is the footpath that we went up to start with. I've just discovered this little place in here, in this, like a bus shelter. And people have got, oh wow, they've put some egg, are they empty? Yeah, empty egg cartons. You've got some, what are they? I don't know. Oh, free coffee pods. It's right in front of me there. You've got some vegetables, some rice. They've even put some DVDs in there. That's great, isn't it? This is a real community feel here. It really is. And you've got the notices about, yeah, conscious dance classes at Hennock Village Hall. Got the map of the area, very helpful. It's obviously, yeah, it's still used as a bus stop. And loads of stuff going on, it seems, in the community notice board. And always good to see. Come and join the Teen River singing group. But yeah, if you're interested in that, look, you can make contact with Marie or Mary. I think it's Marie. But yes, that's good. This is really lovely to see. There we are, we're sitting outside because it's so lovely today. Even though it's lovely sitting in the Nobody Inn, so much character, and but yeah, no, it's nice to be outside today. Now, I've got a similar drink to a J2O, orange and passion fruit, but the Nobody Inn has 5 rooms that you can stay at. And another thing that is worth noting is that they've got a massive whiskey collection here. So any whiskey lovers out there, you're going to love it in there, trust me. There's plenty of choice. Also, they do wine and dine, and you can check out their website for a sample of their lunch evening menus. They've also got a Sunday lunch menu as well, but it's best to go in to the pub to see exactly what they're currently doing. But yeah, no, this is a lovely location because it's right in the centre of Doddiscombsleigh pretty much, and it's just, yeah, plenty of places to sit. There's you know, there's families here, but it's a very welcoming place. There's quite a few people have brought dogs with them here, and they're all running around and trying to get the others to play. A bit of growling going on. I don't think I've had this drink. Frobisher's. I think, to be honest with you, I probably do prefer J2Os for an orange and passion fruit flavour. I do like the J2Os. I think they've always been me go-to, you know. A bit more growling going on over there. But yeah, I mean, the dogs are as happy as the humans now that the sun's come out. Yeah, you don't want to shoot off here because it's so pleasant because of the sunshine, you know. You want to stay here for an hour or whatever. But yeah, it is nice. And yeah, I do recommend, if you're going to come to Doddiscombsleigh, you've got to come to the pub, the Nobody Inn pub. You've got to do it. It's part of the visit. Someone was telling me here, because there's a lot of friendly people about, is that there is a little short history story. So apparently someone rang up and they said, "Is Stan there?" And the response was, "Nobody's in." There we go, the walk is complete. I did 8.26 kilometres in the end. So, yeah, a nice amount to do in this area, wasn't it? Absolutely stunning views, aren't there, when you sort of get up out of the village. And I must say, folks, I really appreciated that track up the hill with all of the sounds of nature and the flowers either side, and of course the bench as well, and the table, and then the seat overlooking the views. Really great. And the climbs, folks, were not too steep either, so this would be suitable for a lot of people, I would say. Again, not too far, and I took my time. And, you know, I really appreciated it. And then, of course, coming back along that road and seeing the views again there, you know, really great. And ideal, though, for the wellies today because there were muddy patches. So, yeah, I would probably recommend those, or some very good walking boots that will keep, you know, keep your feet dry. So, I just have to say, though, that the parking here is quite difficult. And I've had to park along the road close to the school because it was quite difficult to park in the other parts of the village. You would have to sort of come down here and see where you can park, but it is narrow around here, so there's no particular car park you can park in. But what lovely weather we've had today, isn't it? And it was great going into the pub after, and of course the Nobody Inn has a lot of history to it, and of course you've got that huge whiskey collection, and it's worth just trying to include that pub, as I was saying before, as it's so worth the visit, and everyone's really friendly. It was great meeting everyone on the journey today, and also great meeting everyone at the pub. And hopefully some of you will consider subscribing to catch future videos of where we go on the next walks. But yeah, really nice here. I do like it here. Just another thing though to bear in mind is that the roads down to Doddiscombsleigh are very sort of not that wide. There are pull-in places, but if you're not keen on that sort of thing, that might be something that could put you off. But then you could get someone else that is happy to drive instead of yourself, you know. But I must say as well, folks, what a moment to discover that bat as well. Like, at first I had no idea what that was, and then getting the chance to just, you know, look at it closely on the over that fence. Amazing moment. Also, don't forget to look out for the next Walking Highlights draw very soon to see where we will be going next. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that now, folks. And thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And take care. And join me for another walking journey very soon. And it's bye-bye from me in Doddiscombsleigh.